So if you have been following the world news lately, you will see that many countries that people, especially students, usually go to have been really putting a lot of travel bans and immigration, strict laws and policies just to call down immigration and so many other things. Even in Europe, right? Even in Germany, for the longest time, I heard that getting visas appointment it's been very difficult. We see what's happening in the US and even in UK and so many other countries as well. But at the same time, there are always ways. I believe that the world has a lot of amazing things to give each one of us. Unless we have the opportunity to have the information that we need, then we can always get to where we want to get to. So if you've been dreaming of moving to Germany, but you cannot get a visa appointment, and you're worried about opening a block account because Germany is like it's one of the most difficult places to go, but it has amazing life, right? So at the end of the day, it worth the stress. I know with Germany you would need a block account, and even at that, when you have your block account, the money that is needed, you would not even get a visa appointment. So it becomes difficult to migrate to Germany, right? So I've been able to get layman's on other information that can take you directly to Europe, to the Schengen zone, without having to even go through the visa appointment. Even if you have to go through the visa appointment, it's going to be a direct pathway for you. You don't have to go through the hassle of trying to document and do all the stuff. So in 2025, in this year, Germany is still welcoming international students, okay? Germany is still welcoming international students, and you can get there without paying for school. You can get it without paying for school or showing $11,000 block account that they usually require. Okay, so if you go through the scholarship route, by the way, not just any school route. If you go through the scholarship route, you are going to get through and get to Germany without having to, get through the hassle of applying for visas and not getting a visa date. So the programs I'll be talking about on this particular episode covers your tuition, your living expenses, and in some cases allow you to bring your spouse and kids. In some cases, not all cases, because there are like 4 to 5 scholarship programs I'll be mentioning on this episode today that allows you to bring your family. Not all of them, but some of them do. I'm going to work around that soon. So let me walk you through what you need to apply, what you need to do, and how to avoid mistakes that can get you rejected. Mind you, once you get into the scholarships, you are not applying alone for your visas. The program coordinators are going to be supporting you in every way necessary, so you won't have to carry the burden of not having a visa date, because it's going to be directly from Germany, so you have nothing to worry about. So stay with me and let's dive into this particular information and see what we have today. Salvate, welcome back to this channel. My name is Nicholas Salako. If you are just meeting me for the first time, on this channel I bring you information that allows you to study abroad, that allows you to migrate to different countries if that is what you want. If you want a better life, for education, for family, for community, for whatever it is, even to have international exposure, I do that on this channel. So you are at the right spot. So back to what we're talking about the programs that you should be looking out for, especially the scholarships, because like I said earlier, what we're doing today is not about actually directly applying for schools by yourself, because it's becoming more and more stringent, more and more difficult. Okay, so on this particular one, we're gonna be going through scholarships. Okay, one of the first things I want to talk about are the requirements to apply for this scholarship. Now, the requirements to this scholarship actually cut across everything, because everything you need to apply for one is almost the same with the second one. So if you can get the basics that I'll be talking about on this episode, trust me, you're going to be going through the 4 of them without any hassle. Okay, so the first thing you need, like I always say, is your academic CV. Your academic CV. And since you're applying into the European Union, the Schengen zone, you will need a Europass CV, not just any type of CV, Europass format. Europass format. Mind you, it's Europass format. Focus on your educational experience. Focus on your volunteer work. If you've had any volunteering work lately, focus on that. And then if you've gotten any awards, maybe an academic award or a work award, whatever it is that has really compensated your efforts in a particular space, make sure you add it to your CV. All these things are to help you to boost your chance of getting into the program. The second thing is you need your statement of purpose that we call the motivation letter or motivational letter. This purpose statement must be original. Please, please, please stay away from ChatGPT. I always advise this. Stay away from ChatGPT. Stay away from AI. I mean, they might give you something. So what makes you unique as a candidate is the ability to tell your own story. Is the ability to tell your own story as a candidate, okay? So the third thing I want to talk about is the scholarship application form. So each of these scholarships I'll be mentioning very soon as an application form that you have to pick and apply and fill out, okay? So in submitting your application document, you also have to get an individual application form. They are all on the website. I'll be dropping the link to the website either somewhere on top of my video or in the description box. So do well to check it out. Do well to check it out. Because some people will come to me and say, oh, Mr. Nicholas, can you help us apply? I'm not an immigration person. I just give information. My job is to give you information and to help you through the process while you go do your personal research. Does that make sense? So let's go to the next one. The next one is that you would want to get the transcript and the certificate of your previous degrees. Let's say you want to apply for masters, right? You want to get your undergrad degree certificate and the transcript. It doesn't matter how many schools you've gone to. Let's say you've gone to like 4 or 5, you have like 4 to 5 diplomas and 4 to 5 degree certificates. You must put all those things together to make sure you're applying with them. No experience is a waste. Every experience is adding to your reservoir, to your backup, to your application. So you want to get your previous degree and your transcript. The next thing is you want to have a valid passport. There's no way you want to apply for a program in another country without having a passport, right? So you would want to have a passport. Eventually, in some programs, they will ask you to put your passport number. Okay, so you don't want to miss that. One of the things, again, that I want us to look at is the letters of recommendation. Almost all the programs, you will need someone to recommend you, maybe at your workplace or in your school. Let's say you passed out from school a few years ago. Try to make a good relationship that if you reach out to them, they can easily recommend you for these positions. The last but not the least is that some of these scholarships that I'll be mentioning very soon require you to prove that you've been into community. What I mean by that is that you have an ideology that are actually aligned with a community. Let's say you've been part of a volunteering community program, different programs that we have in our community. Just make sure you've been able to do some community work. What you're looking for is your involvement. How involved are you in your community? And that's what matters to this scholarship, especially to the one I'll be mentioning in my third one. So let's go right now to the scholarship highlight. And I want you to pay good attention because I'll be giving details on what the scholarship has to offer and how you can navigate it. By the way, I would also be putting the links ahead of my video, so stay tuned and pay attention to the details. So the first scholarship I'm talking about, and I've spoken about it before in one of my videos, right? Because it's currently open and it's one of the most popular. The rest are not popular. So this one is one of the most popular scholarship. It's the DAAD scholarship. The DAAD scholarship. This scholarship covers only masters and PhD. All right, this scholarship covers only masters and PhD. They pay you a monthly stipend. They cover your insurance, that's your health insurance. They pay for your travel and your tuition. And to apply to this program, you go to www.daad.de. It's somewhere here. Click the link and you're good to go. Again, I have talked about this particular scholarship in one of my videos, so do well to go back to that video. I'll drop the link somewhere up there. Go check it and see what that has to offer you. And the second one I'll be talking about is the SBW Berlin Scholarship. SBW Berlin Scholarship. The link is up there in my video, check it out. This scholarship covers your full tuition, give you living allowance, and also housing. So they put you in a very good housing, they pay you stipend, and they cover everything that has to do with your tuition. So you do not have much to do in that regard. Mind you, you will also be working because you're a student. Now, if you are an undergraduate prospective student, this scholarship is for you, because this scholarship particularly, targets undergraduates and young people with leadership potential. So if you are looking to study, to go to undergrad or to do an undergrad program, this is for you. SBW Berlin Scholarship. And you must be from a developing country, like, of course, our place. So you must be from a developing country, right, to get into this scholarship program. And the third program I'll be talking about is the Heinrich Böll Scholarship. Heinrich Böll Scholarship is spelled HeinrichBoll. I'll drop the link there. You're going to go to www.boelle.de. boelle.de. Click on the link. It's very explanatory. You need no one to direct you on how to navigate these portals. It's very self-explanatory. And every year, this scholarship is open for more than 1,000 applicants. Every year, they pick 1,000 to 1,500 people every year for this scholarship. So you don't want to miss it, especially for candidates or students who are interested in green politics, feminism, human, all the social justice kind of a thing. If that is your field, feminism, equality, social justice, just go for it. It's a one-way ticket to Germany, please. And it's good for masters and PhD, all right? Good for masters and PhD. It's the Heinrich Böll Scholarship. Now, the fourth one I'll be talking about is the Rosa Luxemburg Scholarship. The Rosa Luxemburg Scholarship is the website is www.rosalux.de. Now, this scholarship is very progressive and also political focus. Okay, so if you are into politics, social justice, just as the same as the Heinrich Böll, this is where you should be looking out to. It's good for social sciences, activism, and human rights. But the downside to this particular Rosa Luxemburg Scholarship is that you need to have at least a B2 in German language before you can be considered. If you have an idea of German language, trust me, you're gonna get in. But then again, it's still possible with support if you align with their mission. If you align with their mission, they can still support you and maybe take you through some preliminary courses to study German. All right. But one thing I want to point out in this video is, why does this matter? This work because you don't need a visa appointment directly in a real sense, because scholarship, once you get a scholarship, it creates a direct pathway and helps you fast track your visa process. It's different from someone that just applied to a school and they're paying everything out of pocket. Now, in your own case, if you get admitted, you have a whole body of system supporting you to come. All right, so that's number one. Number two, most embassies make special visa processing available for these scholarships, because these scholarships are well known in these countries. So once you get in, the only thing you have to do is say, okay, we have this person, we've admitted this person into this program, and they send the embassy, let's say, an email that this person is coming for an interview, and they fast track your visa process. So that's one of the best and easiest way to move to Germany through this scholarship. The third thing is that you can also bring your spouse and children under the family reunification clause, okay? And if you have any family members or animals or stuff like that, you can always bring them along. So you have no reason to say, oh, because at the end of the day, people always focus on one country and they say, is either this country or nothing. Trust me, you are not ready. If you're ready, you're going to take other opportunities that present themselves to you. Mind you, you can always from there go to another country or your dream country, because now you have built a portfolio of travel and trusted stay in these countries. So thank you for joining with me on this channel, and thanks for subscribing. And again, I discovered that many people watching this video do not subscribe. You just get the information and disappearing. The only way you can support the creator is by subscribing and also turning on the notification bell, so that anytime I release a new video, you're going to be the first person to get it. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day today. Shalom.